Did you know that there are some kids who think poets don't edit poetry? Just because there's all lowercase letters, which means no capitals, they think that poets don't even recognize that they don't know how to edit. And sometimes poets do make the decision to write with words or phrases that are different than normal, with no capital letters or all capital letters. But poets think long and hard before doing something like that. They only do it for special reasons, not because they're sloppy. It is absolutely not the case that a poet would just not care about a comma, a period, or a quotation mark, or spelling. Because here's the thing about poetry. Every single mark matters. In fact, poets spend more time than other writers thinking about every single mark they make and every single spelling they make because poems are meant to be read aloud. Because poems need the very best words possible, many of you have used words in your poems that you've never used in your normal writing ever. You've searched the world for the exact right words to use, and sometimes those words are odd or cool, or maybe you've never used them before. If you are not exactly sure whether you spelled some of those words right, remember that your brain is powerful. It may not know how to exactly spell a word, but it knows whether it is right or not. So we are going to practice how to spell words correctly. So today I want to teach you that when writers are trying to spell words so people can read their writing, they look at each word they've written and they ask, does that look right? Does it look wrong? When you find a word that doesn't look right, it can help to spell the word a few different ways, looking to see if one looks right. So I'm going to pretend to be an 8-year-old named Maria. Will you help me check my words? I want to be sure that each one looks right. I definitely want people to read my poem. Delicate and fragile. Now, I really don't think delicate is wrong, but I do think fragile is wrong. So I'm going to circle it and I'm going to try to spell it correctly. So I'm going to give it 2 tries. My first try, fragile. Well, I know that the fra was right, F-R-A, so I'm going to write that. And I figure there's probably a silent E at the end, so I'm going to put an E. So maybe it's, but I have a G, so I better try that one. One of these looks really right, and I'm not sure, but my brain is powerful, so I'm going to remember that this is how you spell fragile, and it only took me 2 times. So now let's look at the rest of my poem. I hope you like my 8-year-old voice. Here's the rest of my poem. They climbed. She climbed up the grassy hill. Now, I don't think this is right, and I don't think this is right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a try again. Well, here we go. Climbed. I have C-L-I-M-D. Well, let's think. I could do climb, or I could do climbed. But you know what? I think I need to look in the dictionary. And sometimes you need to look in the dictionary to find ways that can help you. So if I look in the dictionary, it said climbed. Wow, that really helped me out. So the next word is climbs. Well, I think it's probably almost the same, but maybe without the E. So friends, now I want you to try on your own. So I want you to pull out a piece of paper And I want you to try to figure out what words I spelled incorrectly. So here's my new poem. So try to use the strategies I taught you to solve this. Horses with beautiful silky manes. Think about everything you know about letters, sounds, and syllables and words, and go ahead and get started. You may have to use the dictionary on some, which is totally fine. Now it's interesting because on manes, well, there is a place called Maine, and it is spelled like this, and Maine idea is spelled M-A-I-N, but there's a different type of Maine. So you may need to look in the dictionary. Pause right now if you need more time on solving the words and how to spell. Now today we talked about two kinds of different resources, trying it out on your own and using your brain, or even looking in a dictionary. Now make sure that you remember to edit your poetry. So today you are going to go back and look at some of your old poems that you have written and edit the spelling. Really pay attention to that spelling and try different ways to write it using your scrap paper.